there's a man who is about 46 years old. There's another man who's 31 years old. And then there's a teenager, there's a gentleman of the young world who is 16 years old. And the gentleman, the 46-year-old who has on the A shirt, personally, I don't like calling them wife beaters, but y'all feel me. The gentleman with the A shirt on, he's the 46-year-old, and he's livid, he's hot. He's like, man, I'm sick of this, and he fussing and he cussing. And then the 31-year-old, the dude that's talking to the 16-year-old, the 31-year-old is like, look, bro, that hasn't gotten us anywhere. Like, I hear your anger, and it's justified anger, but we got to do something different. And so he figured out, the 31-year-old figured out that the 46-year-old wasn't calming down. So he pulled in the 16-year-old. Look at the 16-year-old's face. Look how focused he is. And what he's telling them is this. He's saying, look, he did it the same way that we're doing it now, and nothing changed. Things are still the same. So what I need for you to do is, I need you and your generation to do it a different way. Psalm 100 verse 5 says this: the Lord is good, and his unfailing love continues forever, and his faithfulness continues to each generation. So the faithfulness that God had for the 46-year-old generation, and even the generation before that, is the same faithfulness that he'll have for my generation and everybody, and Pastor Steph's generation and Minister John's generation, is the same faithfulness that he's going to have for Gen Z's generation.
Talk.
With that being said, y'all have to understand this. Y'all are the most innovative generation by far. And some of y'all have probably been watching these videos and watching social media saying, well, what can I do? What in the world? How can I contribute to the movement? Because I've been thinking the same thing, y'all. And here's what you got to understand. You got to figure out, what lane can I run in to completely feel my desire to be part of the team or participate. B, what enables you to fully come alive. And then C, how can I make a maximum contribution? All of that stuff is going to look different. We need who got boots on the ground, who are out there to protest. But guess what? For some people, that might not fill them all. That might not fill them up. And that's okay. Because the people who might not have boots on the ground, they may be right behind the computer on social media, getting it in that way.
That's good.
May not be on social media. They may have predominantly white circles that they've been placed in by God to educate those folks in that circle. And the folks who aren't in those circles, predominantly white circles, y'all are the ones who are going to be in the boardrooms, in the legislative, making decisions and influencing laws. So what I need y'all to understand is, look, everybody's contribution is not going to look the same. And just because you don't have boots on the ground, you're not downtown, you're not down at the harbor marching, it's okay. But make sure you're making a contribution some way, somehow. Sign a petition. Use whatever money you've been getting for allowance to donate to an organization. Do something. Encourage your folks in your white circles, so that they can understand why we are so outraged. Everybody has some contribution to play. And I promise y'all, the thing that I love most about God is his love, and his faithfulness will be with each of our generations. Last thing, and then I'll move forward. Make sure you reach behind you and grab your younger brothers and younger sisters. I love what Jazz said. She said, my sister had to ask me, why do they killing Black people? Even though you could not answer that question, Jazz, and that's okay, make sure you grab hold of her hand and you bring her with you. Encourage her, enlighten her, share with her the struggle, share with her what you know, because what she's going to do is she's going to take that and share with her generation too.